Hey everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video. So happy to have you here. Thanks for hanging out with us today. My name's Rachel.
And I'm Jessica. We are the Certified Occupational Therapy Assistants with Harkla. And today we're going to talk about our 5 favorite products for older children.
In the past, we've done a video about our 5 favorite products and activities for infants and toddlers, mostly because that's the season that we're in. But also,
That you're in, I'm not in that season.
I drag you into it with me. But anyways, we did a video about infants and toddlers, so we thought it would be important for some products to use specifically for older kiddos. We're kind of thinking like preteen, teenagers is the age range that we're shooting for with this video.
Even adults.
True.
So
yes.
If you're an adult watching this, the products we're going to talk about and the activities we're going to talk about with these products are also great for you.
So as you know, if you've been here watching our videos for a while, we do all have sensory systems. I know it's a miracle, it's amazing to think about, but we all have sensory systems and we all use sensory activities throughout our day in order to regulate our bodies and to be a well-modulated individual. That's the ultimate goal here. So some people need more sensory input, some people need less sensory input in order to feel their best. But the first product that we're going to share with you today is a therapy ball or a yoga ball. A really simple product that we actually listed as one of our favorites for infants and toddlers because as you get older, as children get older, as adults, it provides a lot of that great vestibular proprioceptive activity, and there's some great activities that you can do as well.
So the first thing you can do is to use it as a chair or an alternative seating option. So instead of sitting in a chair that doesn't move or give you any input or feedback, you can use the therapy ball as a chair for maybe the classroom or for at home during mealtime or for while you're sitting at your desk working. It's a great alternative. We also love the therapy ball to use for ball walkouts. This is one of my personal favorites. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna lay on your stomach on the ball, put your hands on the ground and walk out on your arms, on your hands until the ball is resting down on your legs. For an added challenge, you can add a crunch to this where you roll the ball and bring your knees to your chest and then straighten back out and walk back to the beginning. This is a really great one to provide some heavy work and some strengthening as well.
Another one of my favorites is to lay down backwards over the ball, going upside down on your back, getting a lot of that inverted vestibular input. This is very alerting, so a great activity to do in the morning when you're just waking up, maybe after lunch, or a time that you need to kind of get a little bit more pep in your step. So going backwards over the ball, pulling yourself up, doing that a few times. It's kind of like a downward dog for a yoga pose, but opposite, but still providing that great vestibular input.
The second product that we're going to recommend is a large bean bag. So this is just one of those giant bean bags, not the small one. The small ones are good, but get one of those big ones. We love to use this as a crash pad. So we have one in our house and my son likes to jump from the couch onto the big bean bag. We call it a crash pad because that's what he mainly uses it for. So a great opportunity for some vestibular and proprioceptive input. Additionally, for these older kiddos, they can use it as a large cushion to crawl under for some really good heavy work.
I was just thinking we have 2 because one was not enough and my husband just needed all of the proprioceptive input. They're great. They provide a lot of fantastic input for seekers and avoiders as well. The next one we're going to chat about is a vibrating massager or a full body vibrating machine. Now, if you're looking at one of those vibrating platforms or the full body vibrating machines, you can find those oftentimes at gyms. So that would be a great opportunity to go to the gym, check those out. You can purchase them for your house. They're spendy, but it depends on how much you need it. But another option is just buying one of those like Homedics vibrating balls, rubbing it on your arms and your legs and your back, your face if you feel inclined, providing that input because it is alerting for some kiddos, some adults. It's also very grounding and organizing for others. So it's kind of a hit or miss depending on your sensory needs, but it's just a great tool to have at your house.
I was also thinking about the Theragun, right? It's the muscle
It's
massager,
like a massager, yeah.
right? That a lot of people use when they lift weights. And that would be a great one to have at home as well. It's pretty intense. So for your sensory seeking kids, could be a great option.
I know, and one more that I was just thinking about on top of that was those acupressure mats. Now that's a simple item to have at school as well for our kiddos who are seeking a lot of that tactile proprioceptive input. They crave that. They can stand on it, they can sit on it, they can lay on it, put their hands on it. It's a great option, pretty affordable, but something to provide some intense input. Going along with our exercise theme is a punching bag. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but bear with me. There are a lot of variety of punching bags out there, some that you can install into your ceilings, some that are just stationary on the base on the ground, but providing that proprioceptive input through punching is a great way to not only work on the sensory integration, but also the emotional regulation and the self-awareness as well. Kids learn that it's appropriate to punch punching bags when they're frustrated. It's a great outlet, but it's not appropriate to hurt people or punch people. They have that connection there of it's okay to punch this to get my frustration out, but it's not okay to punch people or hurt people. So punching bags are great also to work on coordination, timing and sequencing. You can put a metronome on, have them punch in a certain order of operations, and then time it with a metronome as well. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use a punching bag to meet the sensory needs of either you or your child.
The last one we're going to talk about is noise canceling headphones, and this is one of our favorite products of all time, especially for anyone who is struggling with auditory hypersensitivity. So if you are easily overwhelmed by loud noises, or you have trouble focusing in loud, noisy environments, or if your child is struggling with this, then noise canceling headphones can be a game changer.
So there are our top 5 products, strategies, ways to use them. Hopefully these were helpful. Try to keep it a little bit simple on this one. And we want everyone to be able to use these tools to benefit their sensory needs, but we do realize that that's not always possible. So if you have any questions, if you need any modifications, leave a comment below and we are happy to provide you with some strategies. That's why we're here, and that is what we love to do.
If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a new video come out every Tuesday. Also, make sure you follow us on Instagram. We are at Harkla_family, as well as at All Things Sensory Podcast. And you can find even more information at our podcast, All Things Sensory. We're on all podcast platforms.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. It was a blast, and we will plan on seeing you next week.
Products. It's like a down dog, but opposite. I'm like, what?
It's like a down dog, but it's not.